we're already selling requests to listeners. All you got to do is leave a 5-star review on the Apple podcast page. Tell us we're so cool, the show's so great. 5 stars, perfect review.
Yeah, don't none of this 3-star shit.
At the end, say something kind of like, "Hey, maybe it would be cool if you did this movie or that movie." Like next week's movie, White of the Eye, which we
The
will
white
do
of the
because
eye.
a user requested that movie and we're going to do it.
People don't
They
talk
also
about that part of the eye enough. They talk about the other part of the eye a lot. The white's got it going on, if you ask me.
they also requested we do Written on the Wind, starring Rock Hudson and directed by Douglas Sirk. That's not really our style. Sorry.
Well,
White of the eye.
I'm not
You got to
afraid.
do
I'll do
cool
whatever.
movies
Why'd they suggest that, do you think?
because they have terrible taste.
This is one of our few people who listens to the show, so it's not an alien. Also,
No,
I'm
I
getting
don't
a
know.
little worried that we're going to be
would
getting too many of these requests, and then we're going to be stuck.
good.
Good, you want to be all right.
I want to be successful at any cost. My mouth
you are Sam.
is a machine to make money.
That sounds a little funny, William. If you put that mouth to work.
My mouth is a machine to make money. That would be a good stand-up special title.
Yeah, or a title for like a guy who's constantly sucking dick for money.
A male prostitute.
Yeah, a memoir for something of a male prostitute. So, hey, speaking of male prostitutes, Mike, I like your mustache.
Why, thank you. My
Looks
daughter,
great, dude.
my daughter is obsessed with me growing a mustache.
Nice.
She also says I have to get a bowl haircut. I don't know why she keeps saying you got to get a bowl haircut.
Like Mo from the Three Stooges.
Yes,
She's creating a weird guy.
She's obsessed with me getting a bowl haircut. She says I have to get a bowl haircut. So I got the mustache, but I'm not going to go with the bowl haircut.
Come on, dude. Make
You
your
have no
daughter's
gray
dreams
hair?
come true.
No, I do not. Thank you very much. As you can see. No.
How do you have a 7-year-old daughter? How do you have a child and you don't have any gray hair, motherfucker?
I know.
That's
I know.
rude.
I play it cool. I don't let it get to me.
Damn.
What if your child was murdered by a music producer? Would your hair turn white?
I think so. I think my hair would definitely turn white, and I wouldn't be so. Well, I don't want to ruin it for the movie, but I wouldn't be so lenient as Terrence Stamp was.
Yeah, kind of a little frustrating. But hey, Mike, this is a fucking Mike movie, dude. Guy with a daughter goes on a murderous, rage-filled spree.
Mike always liked this movie more. I saw this movie. I got the DVD in high school, and then Mike probably saw it more than I did. He likes this movie.
I do like this movie a lot.
And you didn't even have a daughter back then. You just loved revenge.
I really like Stacy. Stacy is one of my favorite characters of all time.
3 scenes.
Yeah, why do you like him so much?
Because he's fucking awesome. I like the street level guys. I don't like the Peter Fonda, the rich guy living up on the hill. I like the dudes that are down there on the level, the hitmen.
Stacy is the hitman who's in the pool hall. The guy, 2 guys in the pool hall who
Do you know who the other hitman is?
Uncle, but I don't know who the actor is or why I should know who he is.
Joe D'Alessandro. So when I saw this movie in high school, I probably didn't even know who Terrence Stamp was. I had seen him in Superman 2.
Uh-huh.
I knew who what's his face? Peter Fonda was because I've seen Easy Rider.
Of course.
Luis Guzman, Leslie Ann Warren, blah, blah, blah. But all these little character actors like Nicky Katt, I didn't recognize him from Dazed and Confused. He plays Stacy. So Joe D'Alessandro plays Uncle John. He's in all the Paul Morrissey movies. Blood for Dracula, Flesh for Frankenstein. He's a legendary 70s actor. And
who is this guy in the movie?
He's the guy who talks like this. He works with Stacy. He works with Nicky Katt. And he's like, hey, man, she might be happy.
Stacy's retarded partner.
Gotcha.
And then the really cool guy who I didn't know, who's just watching it this time, because I literally haven't seen this since high school. My
Really?
favorite person in the movie is Avery, the guy who
lawyer
works
guy?
for Peter Fonda, the
Yeah.
tough guy with the
Tough
shotgun.
lawyer.
Barry Newman. That
Isn't he a-
guy's
he's
in
a lawyer, I think, right?
he's in fucking Vanishing Point, and he's in this extremely 70s movie called Fear is the Key. Maybe the most 70s movie ever made. One of the, I mean, it's a movie about a guy in a fast car going on an adventure, and like Barry Newman's awesome. The casting in this movie is so good that I'd say I'm trying to think if there's anyone who's like really weak in it, who like or is miscast. I can't think of one.
All right. Take it easy,
What do you-
there, big guy.
But you guys were saying Peter Fonda, not a good actor.
I never really liked Peter Fonda, to be honest. I always think he's bad.
I don't really
the-
buy him as a hardened criminal villain, which I guess he's not supposed to be in this movie. He's
No.
supposed to
He's like
be-
a record executive guy
yeah, he's
who's
like
like who got like in over his head.
yeah, he
'Cause he's
dabbled in
broke.
some illegal shit. Yeah, and
He bought a
I get
house
it.
that's too nice.
I
He's a
actually think
gigantic
he's
idiot douchebag, and he plays that role very well.
yeah, I actually think he's better in this movie than his other roles, but I just think he's a really bad actor, honestly.
So
He's like one of the worst Nepo babies of skill wise.
no, not at all.
Of
Not
the
at all.
success of like name
But here's the
successful
thing.
celebrities in their own right. In my opinion.
He's extremely famous.
He's dead now, so I can just say this shit.
He's not in a lot of movies. And also the movies he's in are all trash. Like Easy Rider, huge movie, right? Like a big sea change in terms of culture and
Sure.
but if you look at his other 70s movies, they're all very low budget, very small. He's in some cult classics.
I really
Iron
like
Hand, Cisco P.
yeah, no, he
Pike.
directed The Hired Hand. And
But-
I love that movie actually, but I think his performance is like the thing holding it back from being like a masterpiece.
He's not like Dustin Hoffman or Jack Nicholson or Al Pacino. He's not in those he's not like up for any Oscars. He's not in any movies that are nominated for Oscars. He's in little cult films. So but because he's an easy writer, he's so fucking famous. And I was thinking
Sure.
who else could play that role? Who else has that like handsome guy, kind of douchey, rich guy can carry himself, can also attract a hot chick. And the only one I could think of was Tommy Chong. He's the only hippie I think who could play that part and be age appropriate.
Oh, it's got to be a hippie.
Well, yeah, you can't have Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
He's too tough. You can't have Jack
He's-
Nicholson. He's too tough.
That's
Oh,
what
he's
I was
kinda
gonna say.
war-
I was going to
kinda
say Jack Nicholson.
I get what you're saying. Kind of like, yeah, like a feat rich guy. A feat?
Not a feat. He's just a pussy. He's not comfortable around gangsters. He's not comfortable around criminals.
Right.
He's the money
So-
man, like they
I don't
said.
know,
He's not. Yeah, he just wants
It's-
to put the money out and get a profit and not get his hands dirty.
I
And
mean,
he's in
yeah,
he's
the
in
casting
over
is
his
interesting.
head. It's not like he's rich. It's not like a rich guy who's like Elon Musk, like, now I will become a drug courier.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, I can barely pay for this amazing house I have and my other amazing house in Big Sur, and you know, I'm killing people. I have like bodyguards. Now, another really cool cast of a person in this movie is Gordon. Did you recognize who played Gordon?
Who's Gordon again?
Gordon's the bodyguard that Terrence Stamp throws off the ledge of the house at the party.
Oh,
Is he
nice.
from? He's not from Tim and Eric, is he?
I don't
That's
know,
like-
but
that's what I thought he looked like.
he's a stuntman.
Hmm.
And he's in RoboCop. He's in On Deadly Ground. He's in Boogie Nights. He's the guy in Boogie Nights who's sitting at the counter at the donut shop, and then they rob the donut shop, and then he like shoots up the place.
Yeah.
He's just in a bunch of things doing stunts, but every now and then you see him as
Oh,
he'll be like an actor.
this guy's been in something else. I feel like that we've done. I'm looking at him.
Well,
He's like a
definitely-
big fat guy with like a mustache.
He's
Didn't you
definitely
guys
in
do
RoboCop
RoboCop?
1. He's in
Yeah.
Naked Gun 2.5. He's in The Doors, he plays a cop.
Yeah,
Another
he looks like
48
a cop.
Hours, bus driver. He's just it. You just see him pop up in things. I just recognize him so much from RoboCop from this one shot where he's on a staircase and he like whips out an Uzi and then it's in that cocaine factory and RoboCop shooting it up
Okay. So, hey, I really like Leslie Ann Warren. She's really good.
as like the
Miss
failure TV
Miss
actress.
Scarlet from Clue.
He's not on Deadly Ground. I take that back. Yeah, what else is Leslie Ann Warren in? It's like, oh yeah, she's in Clue, and then you're like, okay, she's in Clue.
That's all I know her from, but she's
She's
a
in the
lot of fun.
Limey. She's in the
Hey,
Limey. What did you like about her?
you know, well, I just think she's like charming and kind of like I don't know. I also like her in Clue because Clue is like an awesome movie. But uh
You want to
she's
fuck her?
good. She's a good actor. I mean, she's a beautiful older lady.
She's in Cop. That's another movie she's in.
Nice.
Great LA Sleaze movie. If anyone wants to request that.
Hey, you're so this movie's called The Limey. What's the lemon version of that name, William?
What?
What's the lemon version of the name of this movie?
Lemony Snickets?
Yeah, yes. Bingo. And was this a series of unfortunate events?
Yeah, yes.
Limey Thicket.
Just something to think about. Maybe there's some connections there that we could make throughout the
Do you guys
episode.
know
Who knows?
why English people are called Limeys?
Something to do with sailors needing citrus, I'm guessing.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Oh,
So you don't get scurvy.
oh, that's why they're called limeys. Damn.
And the
'Cause
Americans would be like, they're stupid. They like are using citrus.
yeah. Meanwhile, we all have scurvy. But so I was thinking that because like the way that Terrence Stamp is talks in this movie, he does the thing that
Cockney.
Cockney guys do, where they like are always like making rhymes and shit to explain to say what they mean. So they're
it's
saying like
incomprehensible, impossible for me to understand.
it's hard because you have to like think about what they're rhyming.
I'm gonna
against
go
what
for
they
a
actually.
butcher's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for a butcher's. What?
And they're like, oh, it's the coke of the walk, and he really
Butcher's
means
hook.
he wants to. He
No,
really
he goes,
means he wants
"Butcher's
to
hook."
talk.
Butcher's
Hold on.
look. Butcher's look
hook.
around.
Look, yeah, come on.
Yeah, it's all rhyming shit and stuff, and it's so. But so that's like a limerick. So I was thinking limey limerick, and maybe that's why limerick is called limerick.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe, but I don't think so.
did you Google it? We gotta
No,
we gotta get to the bottom of this.
It's probably good info, but I'll do it.
What
I'll
is a
Google.
limerick? Is it because a limey guy said something stupid that no one can understand? They're like, oh, well, that's a limerick.
Some bullshit that a limey says. Limerick is a form of verse that appeared in England. Yeah, limey shit in the early years of the 18th century. In combination with a refrain, it forms a limerick song. Who cares? A traditional humorous drinking song, often with obscene verses. Nice.
So it has nothing to do with limes.
There was a young lady of Dorking who bought a large bonnet for walking, but its color and size so bedazzled her eyes that very soon she went back to Dorking. And Dorking is a whale's penis, so that's what they're really
Hey,
talking
Adam,
about.
why don't you go suck a candle?
Is that a limerick?
Go suck a candle.
Oh, is that what he says in the movie?
No, it's what I just made up.
What does that mean?
Candle wick.
Okay, there you go. Hey, man, it's hard, dude. Yes,
you really got to think.
It's fucking exhausting, honestly. How do these guys must be like in Mensa or something? You know, all these Cockney guys.
Yeah, they must be having little books and they're like doing their homework to make fun of their friends.
Probably a lot of readers. Yeah.
I'm way too slow to do this shit. And then you have to pull out words like candlewick. Because it's like you have to think of it's like suck a dick. Okay, dick. What rhymes with dick?
Yeah.
And then you have to think of a word like wick, which then has a word that goes before it.
Yeah.
Candle wick. It's like I can't believe I pulled that out. I spent 3 days trying to think of one.
Dude, that was awesome. All right. Well, really cool stuff. So yeah, this guy's he loves limes. He doesn't have scurvy. and he's pissed. Maybe if he had scurvy, it would calm him down a little
Well,
bit.
why is he pissed?
Was his daughter got
lots of
murked?
reasons.
Oh, or
That's
he doesn't
mostly
know
what
that.
He
Well,
doesn't
his
know what.
daughter, who he hasn't seen since she was a child because he's been in jail. Sound
He-
familiar, Mike?
he got the
Good.
news article in the mail, so he knew something was going on with her.
From Luis
Uh,
Guzman.
He
Yeah,
got the
Luis
news article.
Guzman. Well, the article could also just tell him like, "Hey, your daughter died." It's not like they had internet back then, or like
Oh
he was a
yeah,
kid.
pre-internet.
well,
If
He
this
sent
was if this was happening now, it could have just been done with like a phone call or a Google.
Also, Luis Guzman, you can't write a little note with this. You just got to send an article. That's very cryptic.
He's
You
an
know?
actor. He's got a flair for the dramatic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he met her in acting class. So the Limey, this movie starts off. You got Terrence Stamp, and he's arrives at LAX, and the editing in this movie is really it's just a giant ripoff of Don't Look Now, but it works. Apparently, they came up with it in post. They weren't really planning on doing that. So all these like elliptical scenes out of order were found in the editing room to make the movie more interesting and to build relationships and to give more of a tonal, give it more of like a
Style. It has like
abstract
a
tone,
style.
a
It gives
style,
it a
yes.
style. Yeah.
And Soderbergh is very like experimental during this period. So Steven Soderbergh in 1988, I believe Sex Lies and Videotape comes out, and it definitely wins Sundance. It might have won Cannes also in 80 or 89. Yeah, when the Palme
What
d'Or
a
at
guy.
Cannes. So this is his first movie, and he was like so fucking successful. It was like, whoa, this is like, and it became this big new thing. Like, it made a lot of money. So it's like, oh, independent films are cool. Like, they can make a lot of money. The Sundance Film Festival can launch a film that can then generate a huge profit. Videotape obviously is big. So movies have a secondary life, and you could send the videos to like as like a second way of earning money besides the movie theater. But then his next few movies just struggled. He made a movie called Kafka that is just god awful. It's written by Lem Dobbs, same writer as The Limey. Then he made a movie called The Underneath, which I watched the other day. These are movies I've never
Wait,
finished.
his second
until
movie was awful?
Kafka. It's terrible. It's just boring. It just doesn't
Damn.
work.
How do
And
you
then
keep
his
getting to make movies after that?
it was a different time, honestly. And
Yeah,
also
I
he
guess.
won the
Also,
Palme
your first
d'Or.
movie is huge, so you got a little bit more.
So then he made a movie called The Underneath, which is like a film noir. Or no, he made King of the Hill. That's a coming of age movie. Got good reviews, kind of bombed. Underneath is very stylish. It's this film noir, but it's very predictable. I watched it this weekend, and then he made a movie called Schizopolis. Now, this was when I first heard of him. Schizopolis is a extremely low budget movie.
Yeah.
It's very funny. He
is.
stars in it. It's just a series of ridiculous adventures.
Yeah.
And just sketches, and he'll do it. There's like scenes with him and his ex-wife, and they talk about how much like they hate each other. It's just a very funny, cool movie. And after that, I believe he got the Limey. But
Schizopolis got him back, you're saying?
it got his mojo back. It's like he just had to like break down and go like, why am I making movies? All my movies are like pretentious. They're like he changed his style to be from like very composed shots, very carefully constructed scenes. And then after Schizopolis, he becomes looser. I'm actually wrong. After Schizopolis, he does Out of Sight, which was a huge hit. George Clooney movie, Jennifer Lopez. And that also has that huge ripoff of Don't Look Now, where George Clooney and Jennifer Lopez are like flirting, and then it cuts to them like undressing, and then it cuts to them in an elevator going to the hotel room. Then it cuts to them like having like making love, and then it cuts to them flirting at the bar again, and it does this like
Why did you change having sex to making love?
I don't even remember what happens.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's like you see them having sex.
I feel like.
I don't remember what happens, but it's like I'm just trying to be more vague. So this is my bullshit.
Making love.
They make love. They're kissing. It's, movie
Beautiful.
sex. It's not actually like Don't
not
Look
real?
Now sex. It's not like where the Don't Look Now
You
sex
see
scene was,
asses.
people thought it was real. Anyway, then he does the Limey. This is a low budget. This movie just kicks ass. And he's like big after this. He does Traffic, Aaron Brockovich, 2 Best Director nominations in 1 year. The man was on fire.
Damn. So Limey got him back, huh? I never seen this movie
Limey,
before.
yeah, and here's a
Really?
funny story. So Adam, like a couple months ago, like 6 months ago, was like, I think I'm gonna watch the Limey. And then I texted him immediately, like, he dies at the end. And then Adam was like, why would you say that? And it was a joke because spoiler alert, he doesn't die at the end. And I thought it'd be this funny thing, like, oh, he would watch the movie like the next day and be like, oh, he didn't die. I kept waiting for him to
I never
die.
watched the movie.
Yeah.
I knew the ending, so why would I do that? I never know with you, man. You're a little trickster. Also, I remember I'm like I've been I'm damaged from about spoilers from friends being like, all loose-lipped and stuff because I was reading in high school, I was reading Of Mice and Men, and I was talking to my friend read about it, and I was like, this is like the first book that in high school, like that I've read in school that I really like. I think it's cool. And he's like, oh, he dies at the end, right? I was like, you
Oh.
motherfucker. I was really pissed. So now I can't trust anybody.
Yeah, but I did
That's the
it. But
sad truth.
I double crossed.
Yeah, you got me.
I did a fake lie, a fake spoiler.
Yeah, now I'm even more confused. Now I don't know what truth even is. You know what
He
I'm
could have
saying?
died at the end.
Well, he did in a way.
A
No,
lot
he
of
did.
people
He
died
didn't
at the
die in
end.
a way.
It's not the good
This
ones.
movie is stylish. It's cool. Okay, the Limey. He's investigating. He's got to figure out how to get Terry Valentine,
Yeah,
and he
I like
figures it out
his.
pretty easily.
I like his. Especially at the beginning or whatever, his like doggedness about it. He like how the way he like goes to that warehouse or he like immediately gets off the plane, goes to like Louise Guzman or whatever and finds out what's going on and gets like a lead on a thing. He goes to this warehouse and he just immediately comes in and is like trying to get information from the guy, and the guy, they like intimidate him in the warehouse and like throw him out and stuff, and they're like, you come back, we'll fucking kill you and stuff, and he just immediately stands up, and they all go back in the warehouse.
Well, he has a second gun.
Oh, okay,
He has
yeah,
two
yeah.
guns.
And so he immediately when he stood up and pulled his gun out and walked back in, I was like, oh, this movie's awesome.
Well, that's the thing, is they try to intimidate him. I don't think
Yeah.
they intimidated him in any way, shape, or form.
But he's such a good protagonist because he's like,
He just takes that beating.
he's just gonna he's like, his goal is like, he's not like for 1 second is deterred from it.
No.
Except for when he gets some pussy, you know what I'm saying?
No, there's no scene
He
in
takes
this
a
movie
little
where
side part. He takes a little detour, get a little pussy.
Well, hold
and
on.
then
So,
comes
like
back
in
up.
every sports movie, there's a scene where they give up, and then they're like, I'm gonna work at a paint store, or like Saturday Night
I
Fever.
love those scenes. Those are my favorite scenes in those
And then they're
movies.
like, "Come on, you got to try." And then he like throws down he throws his apron. He's like, "I quit." And the bot, like, that would be funny in this movie if he just got, "I'm gonna get a job at a dildo factory
in LA. Starts working in
Yes.
LA.
I need a job under the table." See,
Yeah.
so that factory, that warehouse he goes to, I used to work there. That's owned by a guy named Crazy Gideon. He's this extremely rich Israeli dude, and he has like over $100 million downtown real estate empire, like that arcade we used to go to and get tacos downtown.
yeah.
He owns that brewery. He owns that. He just bought all these like buildings in the 70s or 80s and now is like completely loaded. And then one day I'm working at that warehouse because I was working at a design studio in there. He used to love to show off our design studio because we made it really nice. And he was always trying to get new tenants to work in this like warehouse. And he comes in with this old Jewish guy and he's like, "Hey, you have to meet this guy. He's a famous director. And I'm like, oh, cool. Or he's like, he's a famous movie producer. I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you. And I like take his card and I'm like, nice to meet you, man. And then I like Google his name and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even recognize his name. It was Boaz Yakin, the director of Lemon Popsicle and Last American Virgin.
Oh wow, the Israeli director.
Yes. And then afterwards I was talking to Gideon. I'm like, Gideon, that guy's, I like those movies. Like, I grew up watching those. And then he's like, yeah, I'm based on one of the characters. He was the guy he said that fucked his girlfriend and like broke his heart. And that's like the end of Last American Virgin and Lemon Popsicle. This dude gets his like heart broken. It's like really sad. And Gideon's like, I'm the guy that did that.
That's
I mean, he didn't say that, but he said like, I'm Momo. I'm the cool guy.
like, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Kind of a Israeli sort of take to have for that being your like role in the movie.
I love his
The
Instagram
villain.
account.
You know
Crazy
what I'm saying?
Gideon. Crazy Gideon's Instagram
sounds
account
awesome.
is this. It's just him on a like a $1,200 bike, like a street bike, like a bike you just ride around on with pedals.
Bicycle.
And then he'll be at like
Bicycle.
a Santa Monica like yacht club, and he's eating like a giant bowl of like shrimp cocktail. And then the next one will just be like, migrants are out of control in Europe. Look at this crime. Look at this like horrible
Nice.
riot they caused, like from Breitbart. So
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, you want to talk about Zionists? This dude is the real deal. Just does not give a fuck.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at a picture of him in a steam room.
Crazy Gideon. Now,
Yeah.
also, if you Google him on YouTube, you can see his ads. He's like one of those. Let me share my screen and we can record this.
He's good.
Dude,
Well, one of his
it's
posts
in-
is like AI art.
fuck yeah.
This guy is crazy.
He's Crazy Gideon, dude.
Oh yeah, he's posting some major Zionist stuff.
Of course. I'm sure after October 7th, he's like totally.
There's an insane AI thing that he posted. I gotta show you. Wait,
Okay, we'll do that
I
next.
gotta fucking show you.
This is the warehouse.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's awesome.
But this is from what, 35 years ago? 40 years ago?
1998.
25 years ago. So I don't understand. He would rent the things out as studios, but then also sell shitty electronics out of them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everybody has, if you're rich in LA and own a building, you rent it out to movie shoots and you make a ton of money on the weekends
man.
or during the week, or like, and you'll just, but he owns warehouses.
This is the most insane video I've ever seen. The one that the link that I texted you, the AI thing is insane. I can't, it's the craziest AI video I've ever seen.
He's just taking DVD players and VCRs and smashing them over his head.
This video is crazier than that.
I'm sure.
This dude's crazy. He's crazy. This Gideon guy, he's crazy.
I feel like you guys have mentioned this place several times on the podcast before.
Of course, because they shoot
Yeah.
everything there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But Adam seemed like surprised to know this. But I've
Oh, I don't. I've never heard of this guy before.
Yeah, William talks about this shit all the time.
Oh, I
Several
didn't know.
times.
I don't remember this at all. There's a lot of shirtless pics of this guy, and let me tell
So
you,
this AI video
pretty
is
hunky.
what? The outcome is always the same. Okay, so we got We Will Live On Forever. And do you like,
but the
I also
beginning
like
part
how,
is like,
I know
yeah.
YouTube or Instagram is hard to play videos.
yeah,
So,
yeah, no, that's cool.
Do you like
This
how
is
it
the
has
end.
one like? That's the other great thing about Crazy Gideon. All his pictures have one like.
It doesn't stop him though. He's like,
I just like
I
it.
don't post that much because
2 likes. I just liked it.
I feel like
Different times,
the
different
normal
looks.
non-crazy people would.
So the
they'd
Egyptian.
be
So it starts
deterred.
off with Egyptians who are in like armor.
Says
I
that
guess.
the enemies change. However, they all have the same agenda: destroy the Jewish nation. And then
So
it
what, they
turns
turn
from
to
like
Romans?
into the Nazis,
Nazis to
and then I don't know who
Hamas.
these middle guys are, and then Hamas, I guess. It's a crazy AI video. Check out.
You gotta have the music.
That is weird as fuck.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then there's that. You see that's like that's the Steve.
He's in his
picture.
underwear.
These
Yeah.
are recent. This is like
Oh yeah,
Now,
definitely. Wait. Hold on. I'm seeing a lot of I Stand with Israel, but this is like deep in the timeline. Yeah,
I mean, he
he's a
doesn't,
big poster. He's posting a ton of stuff.
and he's getting no likes, 23 likes.
I'm gonna follow him.
He's crazy giddy and he's cool, man.
I want to follow Crazy
But when
Gideon.
I last time I watched the Limey, I didn't even finish it. I got to that scene in the warehouse and I was like, oh my God, I work there. And I showed everybody at work the next day.
Oh, that's cool. You were so excited you couldn't finish the movie.
Yeah, I
That's
came. I just got I busted. So
Crazy
after the
William.
warehouse scene, he goes to what? The party. There's a bunch of boring shit with Leslie Ann Warren. It's cool, but
The party thing is cool because it shows him shooting Peter Fonda. Like he goes to the party and he
yes,
sees Peter Fonda and he's like immediately has like like it shows like a bunch of different versions of him just walking up and shooting him, which is a really cool thing to do. It's like his fantasies or whatever.
killing him.
Also, it shows he like goes in his apartment. He's having a party. Peter Fonda's having a party and stuff. So that's why he can like kind of go in unnoticed. But he like sees like sex statues in his apartment,
Kama Sutra.
Kama Sutra statues.
Yeah, like he fucked his daughter like in those styles.
If you knew that you were gonna kill the guy that like killed your daughter or fucked your daughter or whatever, and then you saw those things, you would be like you would be so pumped to kill this guy. If you saw those sex statues, Mike, how
yeah,
pumped would you be? Think about
I
it.
thought that was him kind of imagining what he wanted to do, and then he was walking over like he was about to do it, but the Puerto
How
Rican
much
guy
the sex
stops him.
statues?
Yeah, no, later when he's downstairs and he's
I
again
kid, I kid.
imagining he's imagining shooting Peter Fonda, and then he
Well, he's
goes to
saying
do
like
it.
it's his brain, and then he's like, I can't do that, of course. So
No,
he's
no, I don't see that at all. He goes
No, he was
over.
gonna do it.
He's about to do it. You see him going to pull his
He has nothing to
pistol.
live for. He doesn't
Yeah,
care.
oh sure.
yeah, and it's funny when the dude stops him. Like, what was he's like? No, don't kill him now. He knows he's gonna kill him. Why not let him do it fucking there? What's the difference when he does it
I don't want to
there
go
or
to
somewhere else?
jail, man.
Yeah. I mean, why would he go to jail over
Well,
Terrence
this is
Stamp
the
shooting
thing.
the dude?
There's some interesting leaps of logic this movie takes.
Yeah.
So after this, Barry Newman gets involved, Gordon gets involved. They like throw Gordon over the edge. Then they're like, oh shit, we got to leave the party. And then Barry Newman chases them with his shotgun, and there's a big chase scene, and it's a cool scene.
Yeah.
One thing I point out there is when
But
they're driving down the hill, the music for that part is so good. You know, the I guess it's called like the score or whatever. The music outside of songs, just like
It's
when
Cliff
they're going,
Martinez. It's
yeah,
the
it was
guy
like,
that did
like-
Drive
it
and
was
all
so
the.
cool and perfect, especially that part.
I gotta check it
So
out.
then there's they hire Stacy and his uncle. Stacy's scene is amazing. It's just like 3 minutes of improv comedy.
He's just the toughest dude in the fucking bar, the shitty bar, you know.
Yes,
But
and also
he's a tough dude.
he's on set looking at Leslie Ann Warren.
Yeah.
Just
What
like
is this old movie that they play? Or like
Poor
this
Cow, this Ken Loach movie.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there's like footage of him early, like young Terrence Stamp, but it's clearly from like another movie.
So this one, here's the plot hole in the movie though. Nicky Cat and Uncle Joe or whatever try to kill him. The DEA shows up and stops him. They say like save his ass in that parking lot in the little apartment.
Right.
And then they're like, we know about him. We know what he's doing, blah, blah, blah. What do you know? Okay, so the DEA guy he's like, I just care about heroin. He doesn't care about the fact that Terrence Stamp killed like 4 people at a warehouse. And then he doesn't care at the end, at that big shootout in Big Sur. The DEA never shows up, but they were there at the apartment. Wouldn't they be following them everywhere? Like, wouldn't they be following where Peter Fonda goes when he leaves? And that whole storyline just gets completely dropped, and then
yeah,
it never comes up ever again. But whatever.
Oh dear.
The movie's stylish. It's cool. It's funny. Whatever.
Also, in that scene, nothing happens to Stacy and his uncle. Like they are attempting to murder Terrence Stamp
with gun. They have guns.
Yeah. And nothing happens to them. You just see them later back in the bar.
Yeah, they don't go to. They don't get arrested for just like, oh, you have. You don't have any warrants. You don't have any like drugs on you. You don't have any like
Maybe
you're
these are
not on
just bad
probation.
DEA agents, man.
You pulled a gun in a parking lot. I mean, that's definitely
You're
illegal.
you're
These
going
are
to jail for a week at least, if not
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
Probably forever. I mean, like they probably have so many priors.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever gone? Because like that scene of them at the pool hall made me be like, oh, guys go there and play like pickup games and stuff. I never thought of like a pool hall as being a place where you go like play, which,
Are you
but of course
kidding?
you are. I know, I'm stupid. But have you guys ever done that?
Have I ever hustled pool?
Not hustled, just like played a game. You don't have to
Yeah.
play for money at a pool hall,
Yeah.
but
I've been
like
to
played a
several
pickup
pool
game
halls.
with strangers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But I was a little kid
Yeah.
and we didn't have, it was just betting like a quarter. But yeah.
I remember one guy trying to hustle us when we were playing pool, and he comes over to the table and he's like, "Oh, you ever hear of anybody like gambling on pool here?" And I was like, "No, not really, but maybe if you come back later in the evening or something, you'll find some people." Like I did not pick up that he was trying to hustle me directly. He received nothing.
You're impenetrable, dude.
Yeah,
That's cool.
by
Yeah. I
ignorance.
mean, pool halls are just not
It's too smoky.
they're not the way they used to be.
Yeah, I miss going to pool hall. I could not found one, and also since COVID, I think a lot of them shut down.
I
And
remember
like,
where I'm from, there's a pool hall that is so smoky. You're just sort of like, Jesus Christ. But it's like kind of popular. You go in and there's like a bunch of ladies or a bunch of pictures of like ladies at the pool hall, like showing their tits and stuff.
Nice.
Just
Go
terrible
on.
tits. Terrible.
Yeah, yeah. And in real
Not
life, are they
hot,
terrible
like
tits? Oh,
just just Polaroids of them on the walls and stuff. This is just like an insane place.
sounds
So
awesome.
pool halls are cool, yeah.
The one down here, there's like a big Korean pool hall. I haven't actually gone there, but I always see it full of Korean people. Probably a good time.
Oh yeah, I bet they love that.
Yeah,
I
what
mean, that's
about
just
like
if it's smoky, they just want to have a good place to smoke.
totally, totally. They usually smoke at
now
Korean
you have to go to
barbecue
like
places, which I like too.
now you got to go to like Dave and Buster's. It's just not the same
Yeah,
vibe. It's not
yeah.
Ooh,
cool.
hustling at Dave and Buster's.
Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
for tickets, for
Smash
tickets
a
for
pool cue
prizes.
over a guy's head who's got
Uh,
like a pocket full of tickets that he wants.
God, that would be awesome. I got to do
Just
that.
taking his tickets.
Just thinking about going to Dave and Buster's. That might be the perfect reason.
Dude. Well, William walked away.
So where are we in the
What do
movie?
you
They
so let's see. They got away from Avery. I don't
Mhm,
fucking know
mhm.
where we are. We jumped back to the pool hall thing.
They meet with the DEA agents, and the DEA agent basically says, "We don't give a fuck what you do." And then Terrence Stamp again goes to chase him to Big Sur, I think is what he's doing next.
Dude, I love Big Sur. Big Sur
Yeah.
is awesome. I love
Oh,
seeing
it's
it in
beautiful.
movies.
Yeah.
I've gone camping there a bunch and stuff.
Sure. Went there a couple times.
Yeah, one of the best places to do mushrooms, I would say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, any place in nature, especially with redwoods.
Big Sur though has this like ancient. Oh, sure, but I just like for a coastal thing, it has like this ancient quality about it. You can talk about that another
You've
time.
been you've been to
but-
Humboldt
Oldest
at all?
Say what?
You've been to Humboldt at all? You got half hour to the beach, half hour to the mountains.
No.
Pretty nice. Same concept.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, North America or Northern California has the oldest trees on the planet because it's like the last civilized part of the planet.
Redwoods are a
That-
West Coast thing only.
What?
Yeah, where else are you going to see a redwood tree?
They
It's
cut out
West-
they cut
California
down all
has
the
the
trees.
oldest trees on the planet because it's the last civilized part of the planet. What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Think about it. They had
Oh.
totally taken over the
Oh.
whole fucking planet by then, and then they're like,
Oh, I see.
they had to send Lewis and Clark down a fucking
Wow,
But-
you're right. It was the last part that got
Spanish completely took over. I mean, look, there's
Western
the redwoods also are
societies.
older than any other tree, so I mean, it's just kind of worked out that way.
That's
But
interesting.
they would have been cut down anywhere else. And the Spanish were,
That's really
I mean, they're in
cool.
Mexico and South America, but it's not like there's no trees in Peru or whatever that would last that long, or the rainforest.
So I love the Big Sur, and I really like having like a home invasion assassination thing in Big Sur too. It was cool. This was kind of the ending's kind of like a ninja scene, like a scene of like a ninja guy, like a ninja assassination. You know what I mean? It's like a rich
Sure.
like guy with like servants and bodyguards being like, "What the fuck is that noise? I hear something." And he's like out in like the quiet, and there's like nobody else around. That's good
It's
stuff.
It's like English ninja comes in and kills everybody.
Hell yeah,
and
love the English
Stacy and
ninjas.
his uncle show up because they think like there's money involved in this. So they're
It's
kind
got to
of
be a briefcase.
they're like the element of chaos that like ruins everybody's plans, but ultimately makes the ending work
Wait,
out for Terrence Stamp.
I didn't understand why they were there. Well, like they showed up right before him, or
Yeah, how did they
like
figure out where he was at and all that? Didn't make any sense either. Another hole.
they just happened to be doing the home invasion as Terrence, or like the assassination while
Well,
Terrence
don't they
Stamp
know
was doing
Barry
this.
Newman?
Yeah,
They know them.
yeah, yeah.
Or he knows
Remember,
Barry Newman. He knows Avery. So maybe Avery slipped up or something and
and
said,
one of the henchmen said that he knew Stacy before he got shot. Remember, before Uncle shoots one of the henchmen, he's like, "Oh no, I know Stacy," and yeah, whatever, fuck you, and shoots him anyways.
But why would they
So
be
they're all
doing this thing at the exact same time?
Yeah, yeah, and of course,
it's
like
coincidence.
they're out in this secluded area. Don't you think they would notice if a fucking another car full of dudes rolled up? You know, you would think, but I guess not.
Well, they're like the dumb criminals, and then
Yeah,
Terrence
yeah,
Stamp
yeah,
is like the
totally.
smart criminal who like nothing slips him up because he actually understands what's happening. But I think it works ultimately. But there is this element of like, oh yeah, where's the DEA? They're not aware of this shit. They're not
It works.
they're not tracing Stacy. They're not trying to figure this thing out. I mean, when you really think about it, it makes no sense. But it's just so because the motivations are so clear when it comes to Terrence Stamp, and his focus is so emotional and relatable. You just go
And
along with it. And you
and
hate Peter Fonda and you want to see him die. You want to see
yeah,
him
true.
lose.
Yes.
Remember when he breaks his ankle tripping on a rock?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was satisfying.
Yeah. I love when now there's a cool part where Avery goes outside and then he gets shot and he goes down, and then Peter Fonda just leaves the girl, Adhera. He just dumps her and just runs away, and then he grabs Avery's gun, right?
Yeah.
Or no,
Yes.
Avery.
Instead of
You don't
saving
know.
Avery's life or tried to help Avery, he just grabs his gun and runs away.
And then doesn't Avery like help the Limey guy or
Yeah,
like give him?
he doesn't shoot him when he has
He
the
like
chance
nods
to.
at him. So what? Does he have two guns? What the fuck is going on? I
He
can't
gives
remember
him
now.
like a fatherly nod and says,
Yeah,
Oh,
"Go,
I didn't pick up on that. I thought he was
go,
trying to kill
Limey."
him, but he was dying. But okay,
it's
I guess you could look at
ambiguous.
it
I
that way.
think. I
I
think you
think
can
it's
look at it
saying
both ways.
he's like, "Oh, this motherfucker left me to die." Like, fuck him.
Yeah, I
I
like
think
the
it's
Limey man.
cool. The little twist. I do. I mean, you definitely want Peter Fonda to die at the end, but I do like the whole thing where it's like it mirroring his relationship with his daughter, but it's like also like, yeah, so just kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. He's like, oh, okay, so they come together over the fact that the daughter is kind of a bitch. So he's like, oh yeah, he was gonna
He's
rat
like,
on him
oh
too.
fuck, my daughter's a bitch. Fuck, what have
Oh
I done?
yeah, like
Killed all
why
these
wouldn't
people. It's my daughter's fault.
yeah, if I was to get with the guy who murdered my daughter on that level, I would still kill him for murdering my daughter. I mean, regardless of
You have to. It's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
yeah.
I get that that's like a plot twist at the end, but
It's kind of a
I don't know.
bullshitty thing, I think.
He should have killed him. Yeah,
Yeah.
giving
But I
giving
do
closure to everybody.
it is like an interesting like I don't know, as like a parent or whatever, you're like, oh, I've fucked my kid up. Like you think like about those moments with your kid where they are the voice of reason
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. And you're like, that's just like an interesting parent, like element of being a parent is when you see that thing in your kid. If you're like, you know, need to get your shit together and stuff like that. Like them calling you out on it. It's like it's a fucking interesting. I don't know. What do you want me to say?
It's
Yeah,
also
no, I
used in
get
a
it.
lot of movies.
Oh, it's not that interesting, I guess.
It's in every movie. It's like,
It's not interesting,
Daddy,
man,
don't,
to say.
Daddy, don't go on a killing spree. Oh, right. I will turn the other cheek. You know, this
Yeah,
is a
true,
classic.
true.
This is a classic movie ending. It's like if you killed him, then it would have just been what you expected. So you got to do something. You got to fake him out somehow.
I know. Well, you could do like a thing where it's like you make us think that he's like, oh, he's gonna pull back, and then you hear like him like go like, "Ah," and then like crush his skull with his bare hands or something.
Yeah. I mean, Terrence Stamp didn't have
Like
a gun
Lethal
at that
Weapon.
point, so he could have crushed his head with a rock. Would have been cool.
Yeah, or bit his head, Mike.
What if he said like, how about instead of me killing you, you produce me album? Then he has to, and he does his own album and he has to produce it.
Yeah.
That would have
He's
been
like the
excellent.
new Susan Boyle, the male
And
Susan
he's,
Boyle.
maybe we should redo that take again. He's like, maybe I should redo your life again. He pulls out a gun. He's like, okay, cool, whatever. Fuck.
Yeah,
There
that's
is a
fun
really
idea.
funny part at the party scene where a guy's like talking to Peter Fonda and he says, "Oh, you produced the first Christopher Cross album. I love that."
Give me a little taste. Give me a little bit. Give me a little taste. He says, like, let me know a little bit about him. And then Peter Fonda, like, well, he says some generic response to him. It's funny.
That's really funny. I just heard
Very
a Christopher
LA.
Cross album that's fucking badass, dude. And it's got Michael McDonald in it. You know what I'm talking about?
Whoa.
Of course.
What's
Like
what's it called?
Sailing. I don't fucking know. Did
No,
they
no,
sing that
no, no.
song?
It's cooler than Sailing. Sailing's not a cool song. Um,
I don't know who
guys.
Christopher
Well, I heard
Cross
on the
is.
radio
So
randomly.
He
Right,
sings that
oh,
song,
it's Ride Like the Wind.
Sailing. Oh yeah,
Ride
Ride
Like
Like
the
the
Wind.
Wind. It's like
This is a
it's
cool
yacht
song.
rock.
lame.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
That's why it's
Michael
fun. That's why it's
McDonald.
funny. That's
Yeah,
why it's
Michael
funny. He
McDonald
said like,
rules.
"Oh, you produced the first Christopher Cross album." So
Christopher
you get
Cross
rich,
is far and
baby.
away the biggest new star of 1980. Whoa, he's wearing a cool fedora too. I actually know his daughter.
Like a trilby.
Um,
Marsha
Shout out
Cross.
Maddie. Marsha.
Shout out Marsha
Maddie.
Cross,
Who's Marsha?
star of Desperate Housewives.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so hey guys, what are we? Who's the loser?
Oh,
Who's the
What about-
definitely
biggest loser?
Gordon. Gordon when he gets thrown off that ledge, and then when you
You didn't
see
even
him,
know this
I
guy's
love
name.
the scene when Avery comes back to the party. I love like the fire trucks. I love the all the emergency response people there. It looks so real. It looks like if this really happened at a party and it was like, oh shit, like a guy got hurt. Like and then the party goers are all trying to get their valets, and it's like the valet driver guys are running around, and then you see Gordon because he's a stuntman. You see him on the like the emergency like platform that they're using to like raise him up into the air, and he looks so pathetic. It's such a funny, and there's also that great shot of him just laying on his face
Yeah.
when he's
they
like
look-
they're looking down.
yeah. That is funny.
That'd be so cool to get thrown off a roof.
A pool, a swimming pool ledge, and like Mulholland off
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive.
Wait, no. What are you talking about? Pool? This guy got
The-
thrown off a roof.
There was a pool on that ledge that he was.
It's a
standing on.
deck.
Yeah, it's like a.
It's a pool. They're
Oh,
not
he
on the
threw him
roof at a party, just like, hey, let's go on the roof.
Oh, good Lord. I see what you're talking about. He threw him in the
So-
pool? What are you saying?
No, he threw him over
Oh.
the railing near the pool.
Oh, I see.
Also,
He's-
Adara is like the perfect girl for Peter Fonda.
Who's
this,
that?
like, just this young woman to like that he keeps around and tells her the same boring stories over and over
Well,
again.
he doesn't even know that if he told her or if he told the last girl. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, he just is. Well, the last relationship seems like it was pretty long. He was with her
It
for
was-
like 5 years.
Oh, what about
But maybe he's been
no? But
sewing
the
his.
Limey's daughter.
Yeah, that was 5 years. So it's like maybe after her, he's just picking up lots of young women in LA.
I mean,
He's
that's
just
no, that's what he's been doing for years. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying he
Yes.
wasn't he with the Limey's daughter for 5 years.
I don't.
Yeah, but he's
He
like
had a
60
photo of her in the
something.
house. He had the photo of her in the house and everything.
Oh, so it's like a relationship, you're saying?
Yeah.
Limey should just be proud that that his daughter bagged a good man. You know what I'm saying? Bagged
Some
a
guy who
good
owns a
high status man.
in LA. Imagine if what's worse, your daughter being killed or you just go to your 65-year-old daughter's boyfriend's house.
Oh, Jesus. I have to kill her myself at that point.
Yeah.
And he's
Kill
just a
them both.
douche.
This is again like I'm so glad I don't have daughters.
Oh my God.
This is like a lot of mental stress and stuff.
Your son could be gay, Adam. Don't
Oh, that's true.
you could have like he's like
That's the other
my
second
my
worst
son's
situation
boyfriend's
after a
in
daughter.
Everclear. It's Art Alexi or whatever. Adara is in an Everclear video.
My son's
The
boyfriend
father
is
of
the singer from Everclear. Oh my God.
there's that Everclear video where she's like looking through a peephole and they're outside making their stupid faces.
It's my son in there, and I'm like, fuck.
Damn.
I will buy
I'm okay
you
with him
a
being gay. I just want to be fucking doing something
new life.
crazy
I
like
will buy you
the
a new
ladies
life.
do, where they fucking are with a 65-year-old record executive.
Or Tommy Lee.
Oh yeah. Oh, I would hate that if my kid was Tommy Lee. I would not be happy about that.
Oh, what's up, man?
I'd rather him be like a gay guy with just like regular gay guy, like loser gay guys, than with like a awesome, some like celebrity or powerful, famous gay guy.
Damn, this Ad Hera
So-
lady's busted now. I thought she would still be fine. She's 51 and busted.
We got to do the Mike's lady corner. What? How do you spell this name? Is she like Cher, like one name?
That's the character name is Ad Hera.
Oh, I see.
And this Peter Fonda was saying how he helped name her with her parents, which again was extra creepy.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
He's like, "Oh, I told your parents to name you after a."
There's this
Oh wow,
there's this amazing
that's awesome, yeah.
clip from Entertainment Tonight that's on TV Carnage where it's Mick Jagger talking about Mackenzie Phillips, and Mackenzie Phillips talking about the time she had sex with Mick Jagger on her 18th birthday, and it was her 18th birthday in New York City, and she met Mick Jagger on the elevator going to the party. He's like, we gotta do one thing first, and then he just like immediately had sex with her, and then afterwards said, I've been waiting for that since you were 14 years old.
Oh,
that's so cool thing to say, dude.
He's so much older than her.
How old is he? How old was he when he said that?
And he's like 50 something years old.
Yeah.
But she was another cool bit of trivia about Mackenzie Phillips is that her father, John Phillips, liked to do heroin and rape her. So she had a sexual relationship with her father.
Mackenzie Phillips?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Her parents are in the Mamas and the Papas. Just that
That's
you want to
cool,
talk
man.
about like the most disgusting, brutal, like Laurel Canyon Hollywood people. It's probably John Phillips and his whole crew.
Dude.
Her sister, Bijou Phillips, married to Danny Masterson, now divorced.
Oh, cool. That's a good sign. Dude, my neighbor is like a Laurel Canyon photographer guy. He was like a photographer from that era. I got to ask him about Mackenzie Phillips. I got a lot of things to talk to my neighbor about now. Before I was like, "Hey, how are your tomatoes growing?" I'll be like, "Did you fucking rape her?" You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited to see him tomorrow. That's good.
Hey, tomato.
I love when you say something like that and then do that little laugh after.
A real laugh.
Gets me every time.
Yeah, I mean, LA's a crazy place. A lot of crazy stuff happens. The English guy comes here. There's a similar movie to this called, is it The Outside Man? There's so many of these movies that are like this. There's one called The Outside Man. It's a French guy. He comes to LA. He's a hitman. It's cool. He has to deal with a bunch of dumb LA people. It's from the 70s. There's also a lot of like Get Carter's very similar. His brother got killed. Michael Caine has to go kill his brother,
I don't
avenge his
like
brother's death.
I don't like how people are mean about people in LA, say they're dumb and stuff, fat and vain and everything.
Oh, really?
They're human beings. They're trying
Shut
their
up.
best. They're trying their best, William.
I have just so you know how big of a loser Adam is. He has a tank top on when he's saying this.
Yeah, it's hot, baby. What are you talking about? Summertime. I've been
Hot,
out,
baby.
I've been outside in the sun all day. I'm lotioned up.
He looks like a pool boy.
I am a pool boy.
Oh,
I'm a summertime pool boy.
see.
Oh, you mean like a
this,
pool cleaner?
You're just
I thought you were
people
talking
like
about just
you
like
are
a boy
awful.
that loves pool. Sorry, I'm not a goth. Okay, we can't all be a goth.
I just
Don't
understand
do that
people in
little
LA
lip
suck.
thing. Don't do that little lip thing that you do.
People in LA
You make your little
suck
kissy face.
and they're hated for a reason.
I think there's a lot of good people in there in LA. I think they're misunderstood.
Sure, of course, of course.
I think they're all good people.
Crazy Gideon,
Crazy
number one in my
Gideon
heart. Luis Guzman, the beautiful men of Boyle Heights who wear Che Guevara t-shirts and Mao Zedong.
Wait, I'm trying to think about Crazy Gideon now. I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't like weaseled his way into like a Steven Soderbergh movie or something by this point. Does he have any IMDb credits?
He could be in a Boziakin movie. I don't know. I don't know his last name.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't
he was
remember.
then. Yeah, totally. I'll check it out.
He's not an actor. He's behind the camera kind of guy.
I know, but I mean, of course, he would love to be on the screen, though. He's Crazy Gideon. What are you talking about?
Okay, let's look at his IMDb.
He's got
Gideon
all those
Coates,
commercials.
Coatser.
Location manager.
We should get this guy in the
He's
show.
in a
dude.
short film called Dr. Sugar, and he played Momo.
That's the name of my kid's dentist. It's really weird.
Momo.
Dr. Sugar?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I know it's kind of fucked up, but
That's
I don't know
weird.
if it's like a kid, something to make him like kid friendly or something like that.
Is he a child molester?
I
Are you
don't.
taking your kid
I never took my kid there. My wife took him there and says his
to a
name is Doctor.
witch?
My kid
Is it
might
just
be. My kid's dentist might be a witch.
putting him in a big pot and cooking him?
He's also the location manager for Good Gaddafi Goes Hollywood.
Sounds
Hey,
funny.
I've been hearing a
Sounds
lot
like
of
a good
stuff
movie.
about Gaddafi.
And what do you
about how
think of him?
I've been hearing a lot of stuff about how he was actually really good. And the only reason why they killed him is because he was trying to start his own bank, his own currency.
What do you think about the Lockerbie bombing?
I don't know what that is.
This is what he's most known for is probably Adam Curtis said he didn't do it, but there was a plane in Scotland that exploded and
Dude.
Gaddafi was blamed.
Hold on, Adam. Okay, and that's the reason why they fucking did all this stuff to him. And Adam Curtis said he
Originally-
didn't do it.
Well, Adam Curtis said
Okay.
it like 20 years
So
later.
he obviously was like framed and set up for like in this false flag thing, so they could kill him, so he didn't start his own bank.
No. He wasn't killed
Mike.
for like decades later.
Jump in, Mike. Jump in.
Yeah,
You didn't even know
supposedly-
about the Gaddafi bombing.
I don't know anything. I'm learning all
Or
this
the
stuff right
Lockerbie
now,
bombing.
and I'm very surprised and shocked. And those are the most dangerous people of all. People who know nothing.
Yes, I have heard this conspiracy that he was going to start like a unifying currency for all of Africa.
For Africa, yeah.
And also that he was going to stop trading in the petrodollar and trade in
Terrible.
something else.
Here's what you
like,
need to know.
like what's happening
William,
now.
you have no idea what you're talking about. First of all, he's about to like set us straight, but he's fucking.
So then the Rothschilds
The
killed him.
African currency. This is
like the
oh,
euro.
no.
He was gonna
Adam,
be
what do you
like
think
a-
of roads?
Like,
Do you know about-
streets,
have you-
you're talking about?
Have
What
you
are
been
talking
learning about roads yet?
Diesel roads?
RHODES, the guy who ran De Beers mining.
I don't
Yeah,
know what you're
Cecil
talking
Rhodes, right?
Yeah, Cecil Rhodes, Rhodes Scholar. You know, like
Yeah.
a Rhodes Scholar.
about. Yeah.
You go to Oxford, like Bill Clinton and Obama. Just look,
Bill
read the
Clinton was a Rhodes
Wikipedia for
Scholar.
read the Wikipedia for Cecil Rhodes. It's a great guy.
What,
Just like,
give the listeners the
okay.
gist.
Is he English or is he like Dutch? Might be
He's
Dutch,
like,
right?
yeah, I believe he's Dutch.
Yeah,
He's Afrikaners.
English. And yeah, he's like, see, he did a lot of South Africa stuff. That's
Yeah,
probably not a good
giant
sign.
mining companies and like there's like all these crazy stories of him like seem like private armies. He's an apartheid
Rhodesia. I
guy.
mean, yeah, big
Rhodesia.
time. He's from Rhodesia. He was one of the two. He's the people fighting the African nationals or whatever.
Oh, cool. Do you mean
Africa's
Africans?
just a hotbed. Africa's
Yes.
just a hotbed of
It's the guy in
cool
Africa fighting
history.
the Africans.
Yes, the white guy fighting the Africans.
I'm sure he had some good reasons.
All the coolest thing about Gaddafi is that he has female bodyguards.
Yeah, that was
That's
pretty
fucking
cool.
cool as hell. What,
And
they
they're
like
like,
crush men with their thighs and stuff? Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
have
Obviously,
you seen him?
they didn't do a very good job, but yeah,
He would have
they were
sex
That's the
hot.
problem, yeah.
They're like, and they wear like they're dressed like Street Fighter characters.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Oh wow.
They look they're like, and they're multiracial. They look like wrestlers.
He's like, his bodyguards are like the Spice Girls,
But
in a good way. This is
the
awesome.
biggest thing to take away from Gaddafi's death is that Hillary Clinton lied to him. And this is like one of the worst things the United States did in the last like 20 years, besides like Iraq and stuff, and Afghanistan. But Hillary Clinton told him, if you give up your nukes, you'll be okay. Well, you'll be okay. And then he gave up his nukes, and then they just were like, oh, there's this thing called like what, the Muslim Brotherhood going on in Egypt, where they're like trying to overthrow that country. Why don't we just do a coup in Libya and just take over and just kill Gaddafi? And then and Gaddafi was just like, what? And then they just like they just let Libyans kill Gaddafi.
Hill dog.
And he had no nukes, and he just got, and so now every world leader who has nukes knows they must never give them up. And then any world leader who doesn't have nukes, like Iran, is like, we have to get nukes as quickly as possible
Because
we need nukes. Yes, America will just
Good
fuck
job,
you
Hillary.
over.
Good job, Hillary Clinton. You've done it
Secretary
again.
of State. Secretary of State.
Another
He was
W for
She's
the
the
Hill
Kissinger
dog.
for Obama.
Oh my God.
Just this fucking idiot.
God damn it. What the fuck?
It's like,
we
oh yeah,
do?
we'll have, and then Libya will, I'm sure Libya is like really peaceful now and everything.
Oh
worked out.
yeah, it's probably doing great, like Iraq.
Afghanistan. These are all good countries. What happened to Egypt? They never took over, right? Egypt is now more nationalist.
Egypt still has that Assisi, that general guy, is still the leader for what, like 15 years now, almost.
Yeah. General. Oh man,
Assisi.
what a crazy place. It's almost
Earth.
it's no I mean, that's why I prefer LA, you know. We got guys like Peter Fonda, but Middle East is a whole crazy place.
Dude, which is crazier? The Middle East or Hollywood, baby?
Oh,
Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Well, they both run on the same thing.
Yeah.
Fear,
which is taking natural resources like oil or hot women and then just exploiting that as much as possible.
Right.
Trying to just squeeze as much blood from those stones.
Damn.
So
poor hot
it's
women.
the same shit.
I hope the hot women that have moved to LA recently are doing okay and they're not, getting every last ounce of their soul squeezed out of them.
Peter Fonda's not just bumping their heads against a wall, killing them.
Yeah.
A mild bump to the head, instant death.
broken neck.
Seems like, how do you accidentally kill somebody by a back of the head bump? That seems pretty hard, right, Mike?
Yeah,
It
I mean,
happens.
You'd have to hit him pretty hard, which is
But Liam
doable.
Neeson's wife was skiing and she didn't even crash. She just fell backwards.
Yeah.
Bumped the back of her head, I believe in the snow, maybe on the ground. I don't know. She was like, I'm tired. I'm dizzy. I'm going to sleep. And then she just died.
Bob
Yeah,
Saget.
bumping the back of your head is very fragile place. Like they don't allow it in boxing. They don't allow it in MMA. You can't hit people on the back of the head.
Is that where
mine's fine.
the precious stuff is?
The brain juice, the pineal gland is somewhere back there. You got to be very careful.
Hey man, as long as you ain't touching this part, my third eye, I'll be good. I'll be good.
Ratings. What are we rating this fucking movie?
4.5.
Okay, I was gonna go 4, leaving room for a push up to 4.5. So I'm gonna go with 4.
Yes, you knew that
Ryan gave it 4.5. Ryan gave it 4.5.
I heard that.
I also, Peter Fonda hurts this movie quite a bit, I think.
No, I take it back.
I mean,
who else could
there's
you
just so many
cast? You
scenes. I
you
get the
can't
casting.
cast-
I get that the casting is good because
Who
of
would you
who
cast?
he is as a
Name a guy.
celebrity.
I'm pushing back. I'm pushing back on this right now. Who would you cast?
I don't know. I just don't think he's a good actor.
You have nothing. You can't. Your argument is moot.
Here. I'm freezing. I'm
You had all
doing a
weekend.
major
I asked you this
freeze.
2 days ago.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking about the things that you ask me.
Oh, come on.
I'm living a rich, full life.
Someone from the 60s that's like popular.
George Jefferson.
Willie Nelson.
Red Fox.
Oh, Willie Nelson's a cool idea. Mike.
What about that?
This country guy.
Yeah, I get what you're saying because he's got to be like a California guy.
Yeah, he's got to be
Laurel
like a
Canyon.
Peter Fonda just sucks, I think. Sorry.
Take that back. He's cool.
So what are you giving it, a 4?
He's not cool. If he wasn't a fucking what's his fucking Henry Fonda's son, he would not be a famous
Bridget
actor.
Fonda's father.
That's the best thing he did.
Yeah.
Jane Fonda's brother. I mean, Jane Fonda was a bigger star and better actress.
Yeah, James Fonda's good. But
Jane Fonda, not James.
I wish it was James. Imagine if it was James, which he could have done. Anyway,
she was pretty nuts. She went to fucking Vietnam and hung out with
yeah, she's cool as hell.
North Vietnamese Army.
Jane.
She's cool.
You're pro North Vietnamese.
I'm pro the the native population fighting their colonial oppressors.
Oh, really? Oh, why don't you give back your house? Give it to a native.
Who's that supposed to be?
Just a smart British guy.
Okay.
Piers Morgan.
Okay. All right.
Did you really think that guy was in The Who?
Yeah, I fucked. Oh, well, who cares? Jesus Christ.
He's not Roger. You're like, you get so into like a person's politics. You don't even you just jump to like, they're cool. I love them. Roger Waters. He's so awesome in The Who.
I didn't say he was so awesome in The Who. I just said
I love
The Who.
What
he was saying. I liked that he was like a pro for Palestine.
You don't even know who he is. You're just like, oh, love this guy. The Seeker, favorite song. He's in Pink Floyd.
Who cares?
Me.
Yeah, that's because you want to use it as like ammo to be right. That's why you get it all worked up and stuff. So you could say Adam's dumb. He doesn't know who Roger Waters is.
It's just I do a podcast with a guy who has no idea what he's talking about half the time. It's crazy.
It's all about confidence, baby.
It's like being in outer space. There's no up or down or left or right. It's non-linear. I'm losing my mind.
That's right.
Okay, who would you cast instead of Peter Fonda?
Help me. Throw out some options, William.
No, you pick. You pitch.
Roger Waters.
This is your. You'd be funny.
Or who would have been good? Donald Sutherland.
There you go. What about that? He's kind of like a hippie guy.
William's doing the lips. He's pushing it. He's making a kissy face.
He's a better actor. He is a better actor.
So,
Okay.
okay. So anyway,
He did the hippie thing. He did.
but I like this. I get that he's got the tan. Peter Fonda's got the tan thing going on. He's tan. I'm trying to
What
think of
scene is
tan
he bad
guys.
in?
I think he's not good. I think he seems like he's acting in every scene. I've never seen a scene with Peter Fonda that I was like, oh, this guy's good in this scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But he's
Okay, let me
supposed.
just come on. Let me just show you something. Let me get this.
It's a
Let me just
picture of
show
his
you the bet.
penis. William's showing me a picture of his penis right now.
Okay, what about
He had it saved on his
this?
phone.
No, it's not my penis.
Oh,
It's
now it's his
something way
butthole.
better. It's something really cool and really smart
What about this?
and really powerful. Okay.
Okay.
Peter Fonda's in court. This is from the Hells Angels, directed by the late Roger Corman.
Wild Angels. I've seen this movie. I can't hear it.
Oh, my bad. Got to share sound every single time. It'll never let me not share sound on
What
it.
is what is the other tab? It says female. Oh, you're looking up Gaddafi's female bodyguards.
Female
Right, I got it.
female bodyguards.
I was looking that up too,
And they're looking nice.
and I was liking.
Okay,
The
listen to
go
Peter
for it.
The
Fonda's.
Amazonian Guard is what it's called.
That's awesome.
Can we enjoy Peter Fonda's brilliant acting in The Wild Angels, directed by Roger
Good
Corman?
for Gaddafi, man. That's like very feminist. Go for it.
Yeah, we don't want nobody telling us what to do. We don't want nobody pushing us around.
I apologize. But tell me, just what is it that you want to do?
Well, we want to be free. We want to be free.
We want to
do
be
what
free.
we want to do. We want to be free to ride.
This is awful.
We want to be free to ride our
This is
machines
terrible.
without being hassled by the man. And we want to get loaded. And we want to have a good time.
By the way, this movie is about like this biker gang is so annoying that they all get killed, basically. That's what the Wild Angels is about. They're so annoying and obnoxious and go out of their way to be like jackasses that they all end up like being killed.
I think they just want a good time and be free, Adam. Come on.
It's just like it's literally that South Park episode about motorcycles, about Harley riders in a movie.
I think it's a great scene. I think it's quality acting. All right, so what do you give the movie? What's your rating?
I'd give it a 4, but if you want to go a 4.5,
Good. I gave it a 4 also. William's wrong. It's a 4.
What about Ryan? He gave it 4.5.
Yeah, but he's not here, so he didn't.
He's having a pool party right now.
He didn't get all this extra information that we just got in the last.
What about all the
hour.
brilliant editing?
I actually did not really like some of those creative editing choices. I didn't like
Here we go.
There's times where I felt like where I was like,
opinion.
oh, Steven Soderbergh is trying to like make his presence known in this movie, and I didn't appreciate that, to be honest.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, this is like a guy who's like being like, wait, I'm Steven Soderbergh. I need to be like, this is like too like straightforward of a movie. I need to do something weird and like make people feel like, oh, it's like a Steven Soderbergh movie.
What about Stacy?
I didn't like those. I didn't like that improv cut stuff that they were doing with him. I didn't think that was like funny improv and shit. I thought they were just like not cutting anything and they're just using every little line in there. That's my opinion.
I just want to say,
I thought Mike's mouth was dropped open, but it was his mustache.
Adam is such a loser.
Sorry, it was in my peripheral. I thought your mouth was open.
His taste is so terrible. And then it's like,
that's my opinion.
He'll be like, I've never seen. Hold on, shut up.
No,
shut your mouth. Here's the thing.
He muted me like a little bitch.
I have to listen to
me like a bitch.
Oh yeah. Now you're in the waiting room. I got to listen to Adam beg to be like, I want to watch this movie. I don't have time to watch movies. I can only watch one movie a week. When are we going to watch this? When are we going to watch that? When are we going to watch the Limey? I want to watch the Limey. I never saw it. And then he's like, I'm not into it. And it's just like, you know what, Adam? I'm tired of you. Tired of your bad takes. You're 25 years late to the Limey. Is it a little dated? Yes. But 25 years ago, if you were there, it was like, whoa, this is cool. This is new. This is interesting. This is non-linear. Now, Mike, do you agree with me?
Sure. I like this movie. I didn't really
Do you give it
notice anything.
4.5?
Absolutely not. I give it 4 star.
Okay, now you're in the waiting room and it's just me. Okay, and this is the way it's going to have to be from now on. There can only be one, me, the king of movies. The movie is 4.5. We all agree. I do. So that's the end of the episode. Next week, Wide of the Eye.